Okay. What's up, Brett? I hope audio is coming through. I don't know what just happened at all. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened because it still shows my other one's actually still live. It shows, but it's not. Um, Give me 1 second here. Let me just check. Kind of. All right. So hopefully notifications are pulling through. I don't I do not know what happened. Um, Not on my computer. Okay, good. So, so, okay. Okay, I think we're good. Hopefully, notifications. Sorry, that link is it's apparently not. I don't know what happened. We're going to delete that video. So hopefully, maybe they will pop up elsewhere. So yeah, I don't know what happened. It said the chat was interrupted, and then it said, I was like, oh, that's weird. And then it's like, okay, you're good. Everything's good. And it still showed I was live here in the corner. So I was apparently talking to myself for about 10 minutes because it still showed people in on it and everything. So I don't know what happened. Um, just apparently it was just a giant blank screen. So yeah, that was unfortunate. But I think it's good. I think everything's working now. Conley, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Let's see that paint. Oh, yeah, this actually has not been out much yet. Um, but this is the Kiddo C3 body. It is a narrowed Hilux. Actually, not too shabby on the paint. Actually, I think overall came out pretty good. Some nice aggressive cutting because that's just how everything is. Made him a little roll bar here in the back. And working on an interior right now. Or trying to. see how it turns out. Everyone's doing good and having a great week. It's been a week. Well, I can say that it has been a week for sure. Theron ordered the black V1s today. Ooh, those will look good. You know what looks better than those? Pink and purple. Just kidding. Ooh. Gary, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Still at work. Yeah, I don't feel bad. You missed the first one was a disaster. Everything was going good and still said it was good, but it was apparently not good. So, fortunately, that's how the night's going. But my C1 Pro kit shows delivered today. Oh, there we go. Ordered me a C1 Pro chest kit last week. Can't wait to get nice. Oh, you're gonna enjoy that. That is a fun kit, for sure, and it's good for all the classes. It works in everything. Just got home. Yeah, it's been a long day. I just got home. Like it was running late at the shop. Coming home, stopped, got dinner, ate, did a little stuff. I was like, oh crap, it's Thursday, and tried to get set up here real quick. So it's been a little rough. Brett, got the element axles under my TF2 today, starting on my new C1. Nice. Sounds like it's coming along there. Always good. Oh, but yeah, just trying to do last few touches here on the kiddo's truck to get him a few more points on his C3. I should be able to get his pointed out at least class 3 by this weekend, because this is what he'll be running at the Team Garage Hack event too. So definitely need to get points on his before that event. But anyway, as I was talking to myself for about 10 minutes there, as I was going through the interior and everything, so with the new rules and making interiors, one of the rule is it has to be an inch deep, and that is an inch deep from the windshield cowl area, not the side window, which is good because generally this is always about 1/8 inch, maybe a 1/4 inch taller than your door edge here. So that's definitely nice. So simply what I did was measure my inch down along the inside here, and I just took a Sharpie and made a line. I think Brett showed it the other day on his stream. That's how he does his too. Just either a tape or a Sharpie mark, and just mark your inch line, and that's where you put the floor. And we're using some sparkly craft foam because that's what I ordered, and it was actually cheaper than the other colors, and some sparkly red as well. Jan, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Never had a leaf truck. Never had a leaf truck. Something new for me. I've only had 1 or 2 TF2s. They were fun. Just wasn't. I mean, at the time it wasn't what I was looking for. But I do have the brazen leaf mounts for the F10 axles, which is good because that's what I want to build on. Just waiting to see either if I can maybe snag one used, or whenever the brazen C1 leaf kits come back in stock, I'll snag one of those. Not in a huge hurry for it. I don't have a need to build a full leaf spring truck. It's just something that I want to do now. So not in any hurry. It's just whenever I start getting pieces and can acquire parts, we'll get it done. So I just broke my 1.5 hex driver. Oh no. It always seems to be the 1.5. It just always seems to be the 1.5. That's my next build, something with leaves. Oh heck yeah, that'll be fun. I said I definitely want to, and honestly, that was always my thing, is finding, like, I've liked a few of the axles, but sometimes finding the leaf mounts for axles can sometimes take the longest part. And then when Wesson dropped the F10 leaf spring mounts, I was like, I know I can easily do a build off F10s. I have several sets of F10 axles, and they're easily available. So I was like, we're getting those. No matter if I'm doing whichever one I'm doing, we are set with the leaf springs. So definitely excited for that. Speaking of, actually super excited that I got these the other day. I'd searched for them for a while, and they've been out of stock in places, but I found a set of the Vanquish driver sets, 5.5, 7, and 8 mil, which is what I definitely needed, since I did switch to Phoenix portals on a couple of mine, my C2 there. So definitely. Conley, definitely better to over here now that there's actually people in the stream and I can actually see what's going on. But hopefully it seems like everyone's finding their way over here. Assume that, I think the link, if the link's dead, it should probably at least still take to the main page, and then from there it should just be the only live video going on the page. So that is good. Now we make a steering wheel. Heck, that actually worked better than I thought it would. Well, kind of. Even Tracy and I apparently can't cut a circle, so. That's all that matters. Glue. This should work. Hopefully. Custom RC Crawler, how's it going, buddy? 1.5 don't exist. True, 1.5 don't exist. Yeah, 1.5 don't exist on Bashers. No, they don't. Ken, what's up, man? How's it going? Will you be out at Draper Sunday when we're all down there? I want to see that beast in person. I had mine custom 3D printed, but that was one of the guys in the group. Gotcha. Okay. New C1 Pro on the table with new Vanquish Phoenix portals, and I'm locked out of the house. I did that this morning. I remote started the truck. All right, cool. Truck's running. I come in here. I grab my stuff. I grabbed a couple things because I was going to meet someone today for some RC stuff. Opened the door, locked the door as I kind of pulled shut. I was like, all right, everything's good. Truck's running. Boom. I shut the door. I go to the truck. My keys are still sitting right here on the table. And I had just locked myself out. So I called and woke my wife up. I was like, hey, can you open the back door? Because I locked myself out of the house and my truck keys are inside. So it apparently has just been one of those days. Who here can 3D print me a 10 scale 87 Chevy crew cab? I do not. I know there are people that do that 3D print the full size bodies. I haven't had any luck doing it and getting it all done, so I just kind of let it be. Custom, should I do an interior on C3? That's what I'm doing right here. All of points are a thing. It's really if you need the points, do an interior. If you don't need the points, you don't have to worry about an interior. But drill at least something covered. Like even if it is something simple as far as points, even something like a capper interior like this would at least get you 2 points for being a 2-seater and then 1 point for driver. So it's at least 3 points right there. It's just not. So that's 3 points versus my craft foam and trusty skeletons, which is 6 plus that's 14 points. 14 points for arts and crafts. So to me, it's the easy or smart points, as Brett says, which is the way to do it. Smart, easy points. Okay, no, at work till 4. Dang. I mean, honestly, it's gonna be full day. I imagine someone will probably still be out there, but I don't know. As soon as our runs are over, depends on how it is. I mean, still gotta drive back. That's awesome. But nice. Just finished my C1 Pro with F10s and VFD right now. Good. Oh yeah, that'll work. My V30 is perfect, has an LS. There you go. LS swap the world, as everyone says nowadays. I'm at like 22 or 25 for C3 for points. Now, are you going for full 50 points or not? So many Bretts in here. Yes, there is. Yeah, brazen. Custom interior, 2 skeletons, and an 1/8 inch brass tube cage. Yes, which that would add another one. 3 points there. So yes. In case you missed in the beginning, I did get some brass tube, and I finally got some stay silver and stuff. So I'm going to braze up the new interior cage. Actually, for the bug, because now, like, I'm fully set. Like, I've been driving this C2 for a while now, but the more I drive the Pro and the Oracle and other things, thanks, Brett. Um, I have a feeling there's a strong chance that I could end up running the SCX at the Team Garage Hack event, which honestly still be just fine. I'll still have plenty of drive time with it, and it's still more than capable. So it's not like it's going to be a huge sadness if I run it. I still enjoy the truck a lot. So either way, I'm going to be just happy. Oh yeah. You don't have time. When's your comp? I mean, I ordered skeletons. I ordered a new pack of skeletons 30 minutes ago. They will be here tomorrow at noon. So if your comp's on Sunday, you have Amazon Prime or someone that has access to Amazon Prime, there's a good chance your skeletons could arrive tomorrow or Saturday, depending on when your thing is. I have max at 30. Okay, yeah, if you max, well, yeah, you're pretty close then. So yeah, you just honestly, you just a simple interior or a driver or something that'll hit you at your 30, not a problem. Or rest of the scale accessories. Justin, what's up, buddy? How's it going? How's the table and everything going? Been knocking out plenty of stuff there. I'm excited to see what all you make out. Oh no, I do not want to LS swap the world. It's just what everybody says. I would 2J swap at the world. Actually, that's what I really kind of sitting back thinking the other day. Something that probably after I get a new Tundra, it's probably about time for a car again. I started keep my lookout for an IS 300 wagon, and then do a nice mild 2J build. All all done because the IS 300s look great, and I like wagons. Wagons look the IS wagon looks fantastic when it's done right. So no one wants to EV swap the world. I didn't say EV. I said 2J swap, 2JZ. I don't know. What was the one I just saw a little bit ago? Someone put a Tesla power plant in a Razor. Yeah, Tesla power plant in a Razor, or something similar, and it was insane. So, yeah, that is insane. Perfect. That's what I use. Uh, yeah, I need. Yeah, the gas is actually it went down here a couple cents the other day. Granted, I've never paid attention to the gas. That just I need fuel. I need fuel, so I fill up when I fill up. What skeletons are you ordering? I got a couple left. Oh, no. Our trusty, amazing skeletons here. So if you're on Amazon, if you search skeleton Halloween ornament, these pop up and they are 6 inches tall, and was it 7 grams is what they weigh total. So or 6.5 or 7 grams, so 14 grams, -8 points, and they are perfectly legal, perfectly legal. So and I have 2 left for him, and he took my last 2, so I had to order more. It's on Sunday, loads of work. I mean, there is time. I mean, if you have Prime, you could probably have skeletons tomorrow or Saturday. Justin, loads of work. I bet. I bet so. That's trash. The IS2. No, I mean it is a 2JZ. It's just NA, but all that would come out anyway. I'd start fresh. Probably everything. Probably just rock it in there, or what I would do is probably just find, um, probably drive that around, do all the cosmetics, wheel suspension, do all that stuff, and in the meantime, probably just have a 2JZ GTE out of a Supra on the stand and do it that way. Go single turbo. nothing. I don't have to go super crazy, especially on the bottom end because the 2J bottom end is so strong. I mean, if I want, it's pretty easy to have a nice 700, 800 horsepower car just chilling there that I could comfortably, honestly drive every day. I don't have to, and I won't, but I could. That was the diesel brother. That's what it was. I knew there was something with the Tesla Power and Razor. That thing was ridiculous. Theron, yes, Skeleton Garland is what else? Yeah, Skeleton Garland or Skeleton Halloween ornaments, and they pop up. They're one of the first things there, and I'm sure we supported and made some little family that was out of season making Halloween ornaments. We put them back in business when the rectangles came out because they're like, why now? So I had a piece of metal somewhere. Ow. And then we just a little bend on some seats. Perfect. As far as not, yeah, but so yeah, we do have a little comp Sunday, so we'll be headed down to Oklahoma. We do have a Sorka 23, in fact, comp class 1, 2, and 3. So that will actually be nice to actually get out and drive our beautiful rectangle creations. It should be good too. Weather here last weekend sucked. It was cold, but this weekend, even here, I was checking the weather. Here it's showing like 50 and like evening storms and stuff like that. But checking OKC, showing 65 and sunny all Saturday. So that will be nice. There'll be some good weather too, and it's lakeside for the most part. So it is at least somewhat refreshing. The wind comes in. It can be a bit cooler right there off the wind. So that's probably not supposed to. Oh goodness. Still 30s and snowing. Oh goodness. Yeah, comp is Sunday. Yeah. I said Sunday, didn't I? Or did I say Saturday? Sunday. We were comping on Sunday. 30s and snowing. Yesterday was like out of nowhere. It was like 75 degrees yesterday. It was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it. And I had long sleeve shirt and everything on at work, and I was like, I got hot real quick. Just gotta do a little molding on my dude's arms so he stays out of the way. You know what he needs? A seatbelt. Ugh. Maybe if I can get him to organize here. All right. There we go. And it's like that. little skeleton for -4 points, and a seatbelt zip tie, which, I mean, I'd count that as a scale point. A seatbelt's a seatbelt. I mean, trucks have them. Safety first. So that should be a nice little 5-point addition right there. I might have to go watch your video on simple interior for C1 and 3. Yeah, I mean, the interiors are simple enough. They really are simple enough to do and knock out. Just a little craft foam and call it a day. You know, you can cut out a steering wheel. I mean, you can get super creative. I mean, some of these interiors look really, really, really good. Oh no. Mine, not so much, but they get the points, and that's honestly, that at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I don't care necessarily how it looks. I just need the points and, you know, the function of it. Does it function? Does it work? That's all I need. I could print a steering wheel too. Yes, steering wheel. Yeah, you can print a you can print a steering wheel. Yes, steering wheel for custom interior is the only part that can be pre-molded. Everything else needs to be handmade or whatever. But that's enough. Like little seats here, cut out of aluminum. They're simple, just some thin aluminum, or you can do it out of craft foam too, or styrene, whatever. Seatbelt's not worth the extra weight. I mean, mostly so they don't fall out. I mean, with those rules, man, I'm really trying not to take any chances of anything coming out of this truck. Like, my absolute darndest to make sure everything stays attached and inside the truck. And voila. And just like that, little steering wheel, dash, floor at 1 inch deep from the windshield cowl area, 2 seats, and 2 drivers. So 14 points. Actually 15 points because I have seatbelts in there. So that's about as easy as it comes in getting some points. Oh. Print a picture of your face and glue it to the skeleton for true. Oh, that's actually not a terrible idea. That would actually be pretty funny. I like that idea. Toby, why is it important to get your trucks pointed out? So the point thing is for if you're doing comps based on, Sorka based comps, because what it comes down to initially, scale points were initially meant as a handicap. They were meant for people that preferred the scale side of the hobby. To the scale points were to bridge that gap between those that wanted to compete with the super scale side versus those that just wanted to have the performance side. So the scale points brought the scale people up to par point wise with more performance based trucks. But the longer the rules were there and people could see the rules and be like, okay, actually we can still get performance with these rules. So instead of it becoming a handicap, it truly became an advantage overall for the most point. Because I mean, like national election, almost every truck was pointed out. So and the deal is, like I mentioned how scale points work. So like your total scale points, so class 2 or 3, they max out at 50 points. So you take your 50 points and then you take half that, so -25. So you'll have a -25 added to each one of the courses you run at that event for that class. So if you finish the whole course at 0 and then you have your scale points, and then you add -25. So instead of finishing at 0, you now finish at -25 points for that course. and that can make a difference. So let's say, for example, yeah, you hit a few gates, whatever, and you ended right at at 0. But someone next to you, they ran it cleaner, and they went through, nice run, -20. But they don't have scale points, you do, so they're at -20, and then all of a sudden you go from 0, add your scale points, and now you're at -25. So actually you now have a better run than the person that just drove a better run. I said initially they were meant and originated as a handicap to bridge the gap between scale people that wanted to compete and the competitive people that wanted to compete. Because the competitive people, they didn't care about the scale, they didn't care about this and that. They wanted to get the most performance out of the truck. The scale people still wanted to scale, so it bridged that gap. When you can take -25 or -30 in class 1 and add it to your score, it can balance it out pretty evenly against trucks that don't have any scale points at all. But that's just it. Even if your truck performs and can drive perfect courses, the fact that a lot of people now, a lot of these, all top drivers in the country, they can drive perfect runs, and they're setting with, pointed out, -50 and -60 trucks. So to even really be in the contention of running at larger events, if you want to and think and know you can drive that good, and you do drive that good, if you don't have a pointed out truck or within a point or two, you're not going to be in the running, just because you're going to be that far behind, because the scale points make up a huge difference. So like, for example, nationals last year was 4 courses per class, so you took half of whatever. So at the very end of it all, -100, so -25 for each of the 4 courses. So -100 was then added to your final score, and that's a significant chunks of points. If I were to decide to build a C1 Pro with Vanquish axles, you wanted, which ones would you use for performance? Performance are the F10 Phoenix axles. For class 1, that's just of those axles, those are going to be, I think, the better axles. One, they're easier to get, and they're cheaper than any of the metal axles. The plastic housings are strong. It's class 1. If I assume you are doing a class 1. Class 1, portals. Portals in class 1 just make sense. Small tires, you need the portals to gain your clearance back and go from there. And the F10 portals are good. They are solid. Just finished the C1 rear bumpers, hoping to have my roll bar mounts from RC Fab Tabs, but they haven't shipped. Ooh, actually, thank you for reminding me. I actually needed, okay, I do have some. Wasn't sure if I had some, and I needed to make a few things, so thank you for reminding me. Do I get scale points for truck nuts? Actually, yes, I think that is a scale point. For C1, do I need to run a tailgate? A tailgate on my C1? No, you do not need a tailgate on C1. Class 1, I have tons of axles. F10 portals, there you go. That'll do. So, honestly, that's simple. We'll take that. So, real quick, make sure everything fits here. Maybe. Maybe. Not. Well, I mean, yes and no. It fits. Just not all the way yet. That's why we have zip ties. Actually, no, it'll just have to be back there for right now. Sorry, kiddo. All right. Cool. So this is the kiddo's class 3. He's setting on a purple carbon fiber high-low. And actually, it's actually all coming along fairly good. So that's good. Take care, folks. Have a good time. Well, thanks, Brett. Thanks for tuning in, man. Have a good night. So actually came out overall fairly good. I think his truck. Shoot. So let me just do a tally on his points real quick. 2 plus. So he's at 35 plus 2. So he's at 37 points, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 42 points. Okay, all right, we can get him. We can get it pointed out. He's only gonna need a few more accessories, so that is good. And thanks to Theron, we did just get a deluxe trans put in there for his. As we saw the build video, I had this old school LCG transmission, which it worked. It was just geared really low, so it was overall slow. But honestly, overall slow worked really, really good for him. So he didn't full throttle and mash everything. But it was still big. Now with the high load, how I got the body set and everything like that, I needed some room, and was able to get a winch relocated, which actually I need to message on that because it worked amazing. So got the winch relocated, and with the deluxe trans was able to get everything just overall profile down smaller so I could get an interior for him, because I know that was, I said, so that right there, that's 15 points. That's a huge chunk of points. So I definitely needed to at least get room for the interior in there. I mean, we don't have chassis mounted servo on this at all, and no transfer case. So there's typically 9 points that I have, or we have into a build that we don't right now, because the way we have it set up. So in the end, it's going to be okay. I think it's going to work out really, really good. So I think the only thing I need, or really that's left to do, is find a place to put his battery. Got all that all done, and I don't exactly have a place to put his battery. Making the drop bed for C3 on the ATL Pro. Nice. Sounds good. Again, drop bed. I mean, it is 3 points. And for class 3, you don't have to worry about covering shock towers or any of that, which I guess actually I don't think you have to worry about that either. But nonetheless, overall, that came out pretty good. I'm honestly pretty happy with the way this one has came out here. So turns out we do need a place to put a battery. I will work on that part of it here in a minute. Honestly, I can just freaking Velcro strapping one in there. It's not that huge. You running small batteries in there anyway, so not a huge deal. Joey here, are 3D printed servo mounts good? It depends on the print and mount, and what material is being used, because that can make a significant difference in how it holds up. What actually are, I'm gonna have to redo these on his. So, actually, before we better get his line tied up there. Like I said, they can be. It really depends on the material it's printed out of, stuff like that. So I've had some that have held up absolutely amazing, and I've had others that haven't worked so well, but it was mostly the design of it Like we had a couple ones that we were trying on axle mount servos, and just the design itself made it overall, I think, weaker than it was. But again, that was mostly the design on that. Dang it. Should I put a piece of styrene over where the wheel wells are used to be? I mean, C3, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to worry about the shock towers and stuff coming through. What about... Oh, there you go. 11.8. Yes. That is a good, solid wheelbase for Class 1. Put that hook on there. And I specifically... Oh, dang, his controllers. And before I forget, 8mm. I'll need on something. Controller. Does that match the RC 4-wheel drive Yoda body? Which, like the Hilux body? Or like the Mojave? Yes, that can Mojave wheelbase. But that truck can be on that Mojave wheelbase. Yes, yeah, there you go. Yeah, 11.8. That's what I think mine's 11.7 or 11.8, but that's what I run. That's a good wheelbase for that body. It can be made that way because you do have 1/2 inches. Yes, it's within the tolerance, like Brazen's mentioning right there. You have your 1/2 inch leeway, so you'll be good. Just need to figure out. Yes, there you go. Sorry, you're gonna hear a little bit of noise here. All right. And boom. Hey, Theron, I'm restringing all of my stuff. So I will be good to go, hopefully. Woo, that was hotter than it was I anticipated. Also, corner parts, brazen scales. Guys, yes. They are very, very high quality parts. Hands down. Agreed. Fair. Yes, I'm restringing my stuff just or you. Ah, dang it. I don't burn myself first. How do I restring an internal spool winch like the Ninja winch? So, um, like for the Ninja winch specifically, or just an internal winch? So, like this one here, this is just a Reef's internal spool. So it actually has a little hole and guideline. Well, it's supposed to have a hole and a guideline. If I can get it to cooperate. But I mean, like this one has a hole in the shaft, so you thread the line through the shaft and then tie a knot, spin around. Or I cheat because I don't like taking all the way apart on some of those. I actually just string mine out far enough to like the very end, and I cut it off, and then I tie my new line to the old line, because at that point it's so far down in there, it's not coming loose. Even if the knot gives way, there's still enough tension on the line to hold everything. Just got to actually get this to cooperate. No. There we go. Ah. So we are just going to make a little knot in here, maybe. All right. So, yeah. Okay. That should suffice. Weird. And this line, actually, I do. I did what we were talking about there, and I did change to the 1 millimeter or whatever, and this does feel really good. So, got that changed out for the most part. Sweet. Now just remember where I put his hook, and call it a day. Watch that battery around the knife. I got it. Were you watching? Or I don't know if it had already cut off, but the beginning of it, I was cutting all the tape off the batteries with the knife, and I was like, that's just probably not a smart idea. Yep. I don't like that. But to be fair, I work with flammables and everything else all day long, so I mean, live life on the edge. And plus, I actually really like that knife. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. So I didn't want to keep using my Snap-on Kershaw every day at work, so I picked up a new Milwaukee knife. Go figure. And actually, I really, really like that. It's not fancy, but the fast action, everything there is really nice, and I don't feel as bad if something were to like lose or fall away from lose it at work. Actually, I need to pull a few of these out. I was looking for that. So I'm looking for one specific knife that I cannot find. I've looked for it in my toolbox for like an hour the other day, and it just upsets me because I don't know, cannot recall where I put it. Ha, that's actually good. Maybe that's time to clean a few things out, apparently. The test tires finally came in for the ones they sent wrong. Oh, nice. So I ended up getting to keep the other ones, correct? Because if you did and you don't want to use them, let me know, because actually I do want to use them. Maybe I should clean out my sticker drawer more often. Well, guess I don't know where I put it. But I did find one of the knives I was looking for. So that's good. Actually, that can go there, and that one can go there. But other news, one thing I thought I was out of was rubber rings. So that's good. I needed one of those. So, got the test tires in. So, actually, that's awesome. Because now you have an actual extra set now. So, that's good. Very, very good. And those were ruptures, weren't they? Were those 1.9 ruptures they sent on accident? Okay. Nice. Oh no, there they are. They didn't send a return label for the other one, so I guess I could. Nice, that works. And yes, so are you going to use them, or can I has them? So I might put them on something, potentially. Yes, I am. Okay, fine. I'll allow it. And all Theron and all yours are pointed out. Jake, because you're still driving Dallas's Class 1 for right now, right? So, I know that one is pointed out. I think Dallas's Class 2 is pointed out too. If not, it's very close. Yours should definitely be very close especially if you run that bug body, because yes and yes. Okay. C3's is C3 the only one you guys have left to point out? Our inner fender is a very easy thing to get points for. Yeah, yes, they are very easy. Very easy to get points for. They don't have to be fancy. Pretty simple. Just some styrene, thin styrene rag. You can even use craft foam, honestly. And I just take big chunks and kind of put it along. That'd be easier. Just do it this way. So, all right. Heck, that's actually impressive. You guys are almost all pointed out there. So yes, very easy on inner fenders to get everything pointed out. I just take big pieces of styrene and I put a big chunk here around the front shock tower and then basically along the bottom side. And then I trim along the bottom edge of the frame rail or stuff like that where it's like I don't need it bigger than the frame rail. And then I kind of fit it with the body. So like here on the front, I curve these around a little more just to kind of close that off. Didn't necessarily, I don't have to, but I did. And then I get the body on, and then I kind of trim everything so it fits. So the body's on there, everything there is good. This works for both this one or if I'm running the hard body. I made sure that they both fit very, very similar. Yeah, actually I need to order another sumo body just because I want to do another one. Because I do really like this body. And maybe may have been cut a little drastically at one edge, but it's okay. Jake, I hear everyone went a little crazy at the store today. But all in all, yeah, we're good and set there. I don't think I have really anything that I've been crazy working on. We got everything's good there. We got new comp batteries for the weekend. The Pro's good and ready to rock and roll. I am working to pick up a baby Capra. just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. It was all on sale. That Dallas, that is the story of our life and our shopping. Okay? That's what we always say. Except this time it actually was true. It actually all was on sale. So, I mean, that is pretty good. I wish we would have found or knew about that place a couple months ago. One second. Well, that was weird. That's a lot of helicopters. Don't know if that's necessarily a good thing that there are that many helicopters out and about. Controller battery charged. Don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for that many helicopters. They're probably coming for your neighbors. I wish. That's the number one reason that I want a new house. Actually, it's not. I really want a bigger garage and an entire RC and hobby Lego room. But yeah, I don't know. That was a lot of freaking helicopters, and they were low too. A couple Chinooks in there, so that was pretty cool. I always love seeing those in Blackhawks. Those are my favorite helicopters to watch around here. But all in all, I don't know. I still think so. These are Class 1 trenchers. I think they may be a bit excessive on this little Capra. But for now, they'll work. As soon as Theron gets new tires, then I'll take his old tires. But I was playing around with these I was like, I have them here. Let me just see. And I was like, these are a bit excessive. So maybe if I stretched out the Capra, if I got the wheelbase and everything stretched out, it would probably be more appropriate. But but for now, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, it wasn't too shabby. I'm glad we picked this one up. One of our local friends from Oklahoma, they were coming up for our cash comp the other weekend, and I had posted looking for one of the baby Capras, and he came through and brought it up with him. He wasn't sure, so he's like, I'll just bring it up with me. I'm sure we can figure something out. So I was able to, we were able to work out a deal and got everything done. I was pretty happy. It had, like I said, it already has overdrive in the portals. It does have a little brass here, and a couple of little things. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. And it was the fox coloring, which is what I wanted if I was going to grab one. So overall, it's pretty nice. I like it. But definitely going to the 1.9 game. But I forgot I had ordered some nylon washers for the 1.9s to go on there. So we'll get it going. I need to get my Noble figured out for C3. What part is it something not working, or you just need to figure it out? I have the Noble video a little ways back. I think it's the only Noble video I've done, but in that video, I show my C3 and how I have steering set up and how I have the winch set up. And the steering, I use one of these two knobs. Actually, I use this one now, but you can set it up the same way, and you can choose which one of these you want to use, or if you want to use this one. But I like that button because I can access everything right here. I can still throttle and move my steering here, and then simple, one finger there, right here, I work my winch, and I work my winch. So everything, like, I truly can operate the whole thing one-handed if I need to. Mostly so I can operate my winch and hook my winch up. But I'm really, really glad I made the switch to the Noble. Definitely like it. You need Class 1 tires? No, so these are the C1 trenchers. But, I mean, these are baby. So I was, Theron, it has the J Concepts, the Hunk tires, which are 3.85, which is a perfect visual fit on 1.9s for the baby Capra. Unless you have another set of the small, super small, almost Class 0 size tires, that would be the only other thing I'd try on here. But I had to order some. I forgot. I had to order some washers so I can actually mount the wheels up. And actually, I need to charge this battery, I think. Oh no. Little 650. That's pretty cute. So I gotta figure out, because there's a ton of stuff. Do you have Class 0 crawlers? Jake, I need those. Because I need those. Specifically need those. Yes. If you have Class 0 crawlers, I need those. That is what I need. Thank you. then I figure I'll take this Sunday down there at Oklahoma, so Tristan gets bored, he can crawl around with the baby capper. Did you see that other little thing? I didn't realize how tiny this thing was. And that's compared to the FMS. So significant. These are tiny. Super, super tiny. No idea. But I was like, it's at least a 4-runner. So if anything, it'll look cool on like the toolbox or something. So I guess that's what it is. That's probably what I'll just leave it there on the toolbox. Dallas, me and Cassie are probably going to do a lot of baby shopping there. Well, yeah, that definitely works. I mean, that's that place is really good. I didn't know that was a thing. Do they just have everything there though too? It's not just baby stuff though, right? They have everything there. I'll bring tomorrow. Thank you, Jake. Midwest Holland here. Colin checking in from Oklahoma. What's up, buddy? Stoked for Sunday. What's up, Colin? Yes, we're very stoked and excited for Sunday. I think everything's good. Trucks are all legal. I have my tech sheet somewhere. I have to find them, but I do have everything already listed out on the notes in my phone. So I have all my points. It's all there. I can't find my sheets. But you just need to know the numbers anyway. More than anything, you need to know the numbers, and I have the numbers. And we'll be good to go. But 1C3, 1C1, and 2C2. So, of course, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I said I definitely would like to get one of those out. Jake, this is also something, since our schedule got dramatically impacted at the end of the year. Colin, I don't know when you'll post up the other dates or locations, but we could do all 4 of the Sorka events from Oklahoma, because one, they're always fun. Could give us something to do if we need to, because we might not actually be going to Crawlerpalooza. I at least know Jake and Dallas won't. I do not know if I will be going yet either at the moment. So we will figure that out as we go down the road. They have other stuff as well. Nice. What scale is it? I don't know the actual scale. It runs on AAA batteries or AA's. AAA's. Yep. 2 AAA batteries. There's clips and things. I mean, it is very nice. Like, the detail is nice. Like, and it's a hard body. Like, it is very nice overall detail and everything. Just, a little different. Josh, how much does my C1 weigh? That is a good question, actually. I have not weighed my C1 in a little while. Actually, I don't think I've weighed my C1 since I built the new rectangle. The last time I weighed it with the axle and everything, and I know I did shave some weight with how I did the interior. Transmission got changed up. I've lost some weight with the motor and ESC. I think I'm right roughly 6-ish pounds. 1 second here. Let me. Is that going to work? That's not going to work. But this is going to work. No, I won't have the scale, but I can at least an overall weight. So, just under 6 pounds, actually, which is actually impressive for my trucks typically. So I was sitting right at 5 pounds, 10 ounces. So still overall good weight, between like at 5.5 to 6 pound range. It's generally a very good sweet spot. But I know I shaved quite a bit of weight when I cut out the whole center here on my C1. And that is with I cut out some weight. I changed up from the full-size Asus motor down to the new Yellow Jacket V3 2100. Went from a VFD down to transfer case. So I did shave up a little bit of weight there. Bumpers, I got some lighter bumpers this go around. And then, and weight-wise, I do have, it is a Trio AR-45 housing, and it does have decent-sized brass knuckles on the front. So it's not like it's all plastic. It has weight, and it's all right here. But actually, I think I did shave the most weight, honestly, narrowing the body as much as I did and cutting some things out. So, and also, previously, my C1 dudes were chilling, and they were actual full action figures. So they were on the heavy side. But now with the skeletons, that right there pulled out and saved a ton of weight, switching over to the skeletons and stuff like that. So definitely good to save some weight, because I did want to. The C1 did need to go on a diet, and it did. So actually really glad that worked out. Actually, now I do at least just want to get a rough measurement. Like, I used to balance out and scale almost all my trucks anytime I did something, but anymore, I think I've gotten to that point. Like, if I do, it's just because I'm curious. I've kind of, building enough now, you kind of get that idea where everything's supposed to go and how everything works. And weighs exactly the same for my C2, so that's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. This actually saw the biggest diet. And that was going from full Vidavon AR-45s to the Vanquish F10 axles. And I do have the Vanquish brass knuckle or outer portal cover weight for the F10s, but that saved how much are these? Let's just see how much these weigh. Yeah, over 1.5 pounds an axle. As awesome and beautiful as these are, which still like these, I just wanted to try a different axle and do a little bit of weight saving. So that's actually a lot more impressive than I thought it was. I'm really happy with the weight reduction there on the Class 2. Class 3 likes cheesecake. We'll just put it at that. The Class 3 really likes cheesecake. But here's the difference, though. So, like this truck with F10s and everything, that shaved a ton, and that puts it about 5 pounds, 12 ounce, 5 pounds 10, 5 pounds 12 ounces, with taking 1.5 pounds axles off. Like I said, it's all in how you build, because oddly enough, the Reaper here, which also has Vidavon axles, front and rear, with the big portals, custom. This is the buckwheat body. It's light. Everything on here is simpler, because this isn't, and I don't have all my scale accessories because this isn't the comp truck and stuff like that. But even before, this now is just right at 6 pounds. So just a little bit more. I have the same axle, but that is actually, no. This is less. So with a Lexan body, it weighs like 5 pounds 2 ounces. and with the buckwheat that weighs 1 ounce more than the mortician body of that helmet because it's all styrene and lightweight. Even with these metal axles, just different ways you set up vehicles, and plus, this has a micro winch in it that has a full size winch, that has servo mounts. This does not have servo mounts, so all those little things do, add up in weight. There we go. Stay. But RC next Tuesday, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Customer, I wish they made C1 crawlers. Yes, a lot of people. We do wish they made C1 crawlers because that would be awesome. And since Jake is bringing those tires, I don't need these tires. So we can take these off. £6 10 ounce on the base camp, and I have no brass yet. What's in that? My base camp was not. Now I don't need. Yeah, I guess yes. If he's got class 0 crawlers, I don't need them unless you just want me to have them, or if you're going to do something else with them. We can always mess with them. I'm sure I can find use for tires. I have a pile of class 1 tires here now because I was trying things. I have the Tusks. I would have the Vanquish class 1 tires over here. I have class 1 trenchers here, which I settled on landmines for my class 1, so that's how it is going to stay. But yeah, class one crawlers would be quite amazing because the crawler is a good tire. I like the crawler. But anyway, £6 10 ounces on a base camp and have no brass yet. I mean, you have your base camp together and handy? What all? The base camp isn't that heavy from out of the box, is it? I'll say my base camp was only like just over 5.5 pounds. Oh, I have weighted all the wheels. Okay. That was like, man, that was like, they're not that heavy out of the box. I'm trying my C1 this compound. Yeah, C1's fun. I like C1 a lot. C1 is still one of my favorite to drive in. Just because it's fun with the tiny tires. Ooh, I could put that axle in that. That is the thing. These axles are awesome and they're sweet. I mean, but you don't want to necessarily part with them because there's a lot invested in these little guys right there, and they've put in tons of work for me. So I'm just now gonna have another build ready to rock and roll. Vidavon makes some great stuff. Yes, Vidavon does make some very nice stuff. I want those. Yeah, I know you want those, Jake. I've told you about them. I could swap the Vidavon I could swap this axle setup with that if you wanted. And then we can figure something out with those. Or, I mean, his doesn't need it, but I could put him under Tristan's. And then he just simply has stock Air 45, so that would be easier for y'all if you want those. Actually, he needs some comp cutting done on his. We will work on that after this weekend. Actually, he needs an interior cover too. I mean, chiller for cover for shock tower. I mean, whatever you like. Color. That's just color preference. My shock towers are covered with a tarp, so that's how mine are. Raymond, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Are the F10s plastic or metal? Mine are just the plastic housings still. Current project's a U4 bomber. Stock base camp 6 pounds. Okay, 6 pounds. And you do have some brass on yours, right, Theron? Like a touch of brass. Well, it counts. Not the best, but it works. It does count. Trying to think. Okay, so I can lower his down a little bit more. Realistically, I can just cut. I mean, as the C1 Pro sets there, just everything is just so nice. And the clearance here, just the way everything sits is just so nice. I mean, I could potentially just, if I get a new sumo body, I could put that one on this one and do less work, but I need to do something. I need to probably make, let's say I could do some point stuff, but he generally doesn't need the points in his builds. I'm trying to think if I have any other bodies handy that would work on it. No, they're all cut too much. And no, they're not going to work. Oh, you don't have brass. Okay, I thought you did. But anyways, we are going to go ahead and probably call it. Check my phone. Quiet. Quiet about what? I don't know what I'm supposed to be quiet about. Did I say something I wasn't supposed to? I just got it. Ooh. I like all of that, Jake. Oh, those are my old wheels, aren't they? Oh. But anyways, yes, they are. Okay, so it just came to it. Toby here. What weight oil and springs am I running on the S6 Pro? So for my Pro, I am running low C 50 weight oil, front and rear, because that's just weight oil I like. And then springs, the front is still stock right now. I think I am going to swap those out here this weekend with probably the pink soft spring set, the Lowe's Mini T springs. And in the rear, I am running orange, which is the firm spring rate for the springs there. So overall, the rears were spot on. They feel absolutely great right now. So super, super awesome. But yeah, the fronts are still stock right now. And they still have a good spring rate, but I think I may try swap in the soft Lowe's spring just to try something. But also the next project will be, so this thing has chassis mount servo already, and it's designed. It already does have a forward motor mount and a transfer case. So that already right there is 9 points, which is good to go. So I do have winch and other stuff in there, so I just need to make an interior. I'm going to do 4-seat interior and a simple interior cage, and actually that and 2 skeletons. And this guy would actually be pointed out because I'm going to go ahead and get this pointed out in its form in the bug with the Lexan body just to see how everything goes. But so more to come on that. We'll see how my first couple attempts at brazing go along, and we'll see how comfortable I am with it. And then we'll get some of Theron's trucks, and we'll make some stuff, and hopefully not mess them up. But if we do, it's okay because it's not mine. But in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and call this one an early night. Do have some stuff I need to finish up here around the house. So, as always, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. As always, thanks for coming and hanging out. Sorry the stream was a little bonkers in the beginning, but should be good to go now. I think we got that all figured out. YouTube just was not having it when we started this evening. So again, thanks everyone for coming in and hanging out. 1 second, real quick here. Question, Joey, do I run TRX 4 axles? No, I don't generally, especially if it's any like performance or comp based truck. No. For like a trail truck or something that like take some abuse, TRX 4 axles work fine. But as far as performance, no, not my preferred axle performance in both steering radius, which is not good, and the TRX 4 axles themselves are generally bulky, and they don't have the aftermarket options are more available for better options like the Air 45 portal axle or the F10 portal axles or stuff like that. But anyways, again, thanks everyone for tuning in. So we are going to go ahead and call it a night. So until next time, everyone have a great one and crawl on.